All right, so we had a really good day today. In spite of the market being down it was such a small number, 32 points. So it's basically a dead even day, a little bit um, down for the market as a whole. But today we pulled in about $2,100 to about a 9% gain. And if we look at our current holdings, all of them are in the green, except for Yuko, which is our red-headed little stepchild. Things we're watching: Zovio, my old company; Aduro, which I used to own. I'm not sure. I don't even know why I even have that here anymore. Um, and Red Rock Resorts were down a little bit. VKTX, which is a biotech company that I've just had my eye on, they've been steadily going up. It's interesting. I might take a look at that. Other than that, everything's in the green we're watching except for GNC, which is just doomed, and Menlo, which is a bio company, and they are on my watch list. That might be something we want to look at a little bit later. So, with that being said, let's look at the big winners today. We have Groupon. I don't care about them. I have one share. That was from the Robinhood account, free Robinhood account. American Airlines, United Airlines, and Norwegian Cruise Lines are up about 12 to 13%. So all travel related. Azul Airlines in Brazil is up 18%. So we're starting to see a trend here. Braemar Resorts is up 14%. Another travel one. Redwood Trust is up 14%. Signet Jewelers is up 14%. Yeah, overall you look at that, and I mean, obviously the trend is when things open up, the markets are saying that people are going to travel. And people are going to spend a little bit of money. They have engagements they want to have. They want to buy engagement rings, wedding rings, that type of stuff. Mother's Day coming up. Could be anything like that. Other winners we see here: Red Robin Group, same thing. Looks like they're betting that when the markets go up, people are going to start to spend money. You see that pent-up demand we keep talking about. Spirit Airlines up 17%. Carnival Cruise Lines up 11%. Let's see, Texas Hospitality, that's basically down in the Permian Basin. They do accommodations and catering for them. So it looks like they're basically optimistic that they're going to ramp that up at some point in time. And that's important because oil's down a ton right now. There's a glut of oil because of a lack of demand. But once everything starts opening up, you're going to see that glut disappear quick, and you're going to see that price of oil go up in no time flat. So fill up your car now. All right. Let's see. Century's up. AMC's up 29%. Again, that's people are just assuming that they're going to flock back to theaters. Maybe not packed seat for seat, but obviously you can see where the market's betting on that one right now. So let's take a look here. And is there any other ones that are big winners? GNC is down 20%. Yeah, that one's very much struggling. And IVR is up 10, but we'll look at that. So, all right, so let's look at our screener today. Plugged in the most recent prices, sorted by upside. Yuko is always going to be up top. And here's our cost basis. Anything in the red is something that's below what we paid for it. So it's an opportunity to lower our cost basis if it's in the red. Yuko's in the red, but I have a big enough stake in that. I'm not really looking to expand that right now. If we go down here, we looked at United Airlines, and they were down. They have a 53% buy recommendation from the analysts. 53% of the analysts were saying buy. Some were hold. I don't think any, if any, were even at a sell point. I think the rest were hold. So I think I had 5 shares in this so far, so I decided, okay, we're going to put a limit order in for 30 at a 26 point. I basically don't want to buy it at 28 and then take a dip. I'm going to assume there's going to be a little bit of a dip in the short term, so we're going to buy that little dip and lower our cost basis down to make this our equity stake in United profitable. We have some with American. That's not really too much different. That has a 32% recommendation. We'll probably hit that at some point in the future, but not right now. We have other fish to fry. All right, so with that being said, we looked at, let's see, New Residential, which is a REIT. I did have this at $5 a share for 400. I paired that off to 1100 just because I wanted to use the money for a couple other things. So we kept that the same. We kept EVRI, which are the ATMs for the casinos, the same. It has a 100% buy rate. And as soon as the casinos open, this sucker is going to jump. Two, which is Two Harbors Real Estate, at the same thing, 89%. Decided to keep that the same. And then we added IVR, which I wasn't really sure. I wanted to see it prove itself a little bit. So I wanted to see if there was an overall trend line going up or going down, because they had some of their backers had backed out, which could either be good or bad. So if we look over the last month, let's start over the last 3 months. It's flat. In fact, let's go over the year. Upward trend, very, very non-volatile. We get to 3 months and we hit death day, as I call it, February 20th. And it was at $18 a share, and then it just plunged. And you can see it wants to go up, and it goes down. It wants to go up, and it goes down. It wants to go up, and it's down. So it's sitting here at $3.12 a share, and we are going to go see if we can get that at $2.75. And I might, after hours, we'll take a look. I might bump this to $3. But if we look at, for the day, the low that it hit for the day, does it show here? It was about, on the mobile version it tells you, it actually will tell you the actual low for the day is $2.97. So I might bump this up to like $2.95. We'll see. But all right, so overall there's a slight upward trend line here, very slight. But when you go for the week, the trend line is definitely more pronounced. It hit that low of 250 and it's been going up since. So I am going to go take another look at this afterward to see if we might want to update kind of what we want to do with that. So, all right. So with that being said, what we got for holdings, pretty much everything's in the black. We now have Norwegian in the black at 2%. ERI is our fastest gainer. I've had that for like a week and a half, and it's already up 44 or 45%. Azul was down for a little bit. It's barely below. It's going to be in the black probably tomorrow, which means everything we have will be in the black except for American and United. But when we buy United, that thing's going to go in the black right away. And then we have the red-headed stepchild. So this is just an anomaly. We have a big share in this. But once the price goes back to even our break-even price, it bumps our jump up to 25%. So, and this one has a ton of room to go up, but we're not going to, with $5,000 invested in it, we're not going to put anything more in it because it's our highest allocation. So that being said, we added 3 new limit orders, and our projections are kind of the same thing. Assuming we don't add any limit orders, we're slated for a 579% return with $145,000 as a total value. And with the limit orders, we're going to add another $21,000. This is a lower amount mainly because we're going to buy, I just want to buy some sure things and get those in the portfolio. So the return's going to be a little bit less, but it's still going to be pretty amazing. And we're slated for a $165,000 valuation on this with a 544% upside, so, or an increase. So with that being said, let's take a look at the market for tomorrow. So we'll go Dow. And again, these are Dow stocks. We don't really own a whole lot of Dow stocks, but it just gives an overall sentiment for the market. Right now, it is, there it is. This is usually number 1. Their SEO is going down. So overall, it's pretty flat. All of them in the negative, but not much. It's break even for the most part, but it's really early. Things can change over time. The one thing they keep talking about is that oil, which is holding things down, but once things open up, the demand will go up, the supply will go down, the price will go up, and there's a lot of other stocks that we own that are trailing indicators on that. So with that being said, we have a good day for tomorrow. So if tomorrow the stock goes up, then we're good. We'll take the gains. And if they go down, most likely we're going to trigger at least one of these limit orders and put ourselves in a good position. Again, our main goal here is to lower our cost basis when we buy stuff the same time, we want to make sure that we maximize our upside, and we want to pay attention to where the analysts are saying on here. So with that being said, we're really good for tomorrow. And right now we're sitting overall with a net of what we have invested as a 10% gain. And this is in the matter of like a few weeks. So that's not too bad. But our big gainer is Braemar Resorts. Crestwood Equity is about to jump into the 100% club. But again, we're looking in the long term at a 500 to 600% gain. So with that being said, we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and a reminder, this document is there's a video link to this document in the video description, so you can actually go in, take a deeper look at it, play around with the numbers, borrow it, cheat it, use it yourself, but make sure you do that. All right, see ya.
Now, this is just a small sample of what we have in our full program. If you want to change the results you're having, you want to get rid of the struggle, and you want to actually have sales be easy, where people naturally are signing up with you all the time, and you're not really even putting in much effort, it's time to make that change in your life right now. Go ahead and click on the button below and get started in our full program. And when you do click on that button, you're going to get a full description of what we get the program. I have a couple bonuses that I want to throw your way. We're constantly adding free stuff to the program. And it's also going to talk about our full no-brainer guarantee. So click on the button below to get started now.